भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री गणेश विनायक गणेश विनायक गणेश विनायक श्री गणेश विनायक विघ्न विनाशक विनायक श्री
पुण्य नाम पवित्र नाम राम नाम साई राम 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 हरे कृष्णा हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम मधुर नाम साई राम हरे कृष्णा
my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Hey Sai Jagannatha, Hey Sai Jagannatha, Hey Sai Jagannatha, Hey Sai Jagannatha, Hey
वनमाली राधा रमण गिरिधारी गोविंदा
वनमाली राधा रमण गिरिधारी गोविंदा
वनमाली राधा रमण गिरिधारी गोविंदा
वनमाली राधा रमण गिरिधारी
वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंदा.
Jai Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the feet of our beloved Bhagwan. A very warm and loving Sai Ram to everyone. Thank you all for attending this morning. Swami beautifully reminds us that living with God is true education. Our friend and esteemed guest this morning, Brother Murli, has been blessed with so much of this true education directly from Swami. Brother Murli, initial reluctance to join MBA in Swami School after his engineering in 1988, turned into a blessed and blissful journey with Swami. He is blessed with a variety of personal experiences, including awe-inspiring and unusual materializations, but also deep and uplifting lessons. Swami graced him with the beautiful opportunity to serve at the Sri Satya Sai Central Trust until 1980. After spending a few years working in India, he moved to Dallas, Texas in 1998. For many years, he has lovingly served the Sri Satya Sai International Organization in many roles, including as the Regional Devotional Coordinator for Region 10. He was also a founding member of several wonderful devotional and service initiatives that continue to touch many lives. We are absolutely overjoyed to have him with us today as we celebrate Swami's Aradhana Day. He is here to share his precious experiences and the lessons he learned at Swami's feet. I invite you all to give him a very warm welcome. Let's dive together into Swami's infinite love for the next hour. Welcome, Brother Murli.
Saram to all. Happy Aradhana Day. For me, Aradhana Day is not an event alone. Aradhana Day also has some significance, at least for me. I feel it's a day where you share or express your gratitude to Swami for putting you in this spiritual path, or in this path. I don't call it as spiritual, because whatever you do, it has to be ultimately lead you to spiritual path. And at the same time, along with expressing your gratitude, you need to take stock of your progress. How we are moving all these years. Is it the right way you are moving? Take stock of what are the different activities happening in your life and say, Swami, I am moving this direction, which is in alignment of the path which I have chosen, or which you have given me, or which you are guiding me through. Or, oh Swami, I think I thought of going in a different direction, but I am going in a different direction. Please hold my hand and put me on the right rails so that I'll cruise along. So that's a way you have to look at Aradhana Day. It's basically a day for contemplation, day for you to pay gratitude to Swami for all the activities. And Swami often says, you are not one, you are three. The one who you think you are, the one who others think who you are, and the one who actually you are. So I will be focusing on the first two aspects of it. Third one is beyond my syllabus or pay grade to talk about. Who you are, only God has to give that knowledge. It will happen. But what I feel is, when you take stock of the first two things, what I am, what I think I am, what others think I am, if I can understand these two things, probably that will lead you to the third stage, who actually you are. Now let's see why these two are different. Why what you think you are is different from what others think you are. That means you are camouflaging, you are hiding something which others do not see. That's first thing. The second one is, you yourself do not know what's happening in you. That means you are not internalizing, you are not even looking inside you and say, okay, these are my deficiencies. Either you know your deficiencies and hiding it, or you yourself do not know what those deficiencies are. So let's focus on that one. I'll give a few examples before getting into the transformation happened in me or how Swami took me. It's somewhere in 20 years back, I was in St. Louis. We were a group of 5 devotees in a car traveling to Sai Center for an activity. And all of us were wearing white dress. And I suddenly turned nostalgic, thinking about Puttaparthi, Swami, white dress, talking about Swami in the car, and said, okay, I spoke aloud without thinking what I was saying. I said, whenever I wear white dress, I feel that I am in Puttaparthi. The moment I am in Puttaparthi, I am a different person altogether. Very humble, contemplating more on God, very loving, caring, all the qualities which Swami expects me to have it. Because I remember Swami said many a time, when you are coming from hospital to Mandir, during the darshan time, I see a lot of the boys looking around everywhere or talking, commenting on different things. Even when coming to Swami also, if you are not thinking about Swami, what is the use of even coming for Swami's darshan? At least the time you are in that place, you need to think of it. Swami said, at least. He never said, okay, you stop there only. He said, at least. But once you get habituated to that one, wherever you go, you will be carrying Swami with you. So that is the objective. So when I said this one, I feel whenever I wear white dress, so okay, my head bends down. I become more humble, loving, caring, and all those things. So one of the gentlemen by name Sridharan, I respect him so much for his unfiltered and straightforward talking. He said, you are a hypocrite. In a very civilized society, we don't use that kind of words on the other person, on his face. Okay, we may speak behind him, but at least on his face you don't say. So I was curious. I did not feel bad because he is a very elderly person, scholarly person, very loving person, but unfiltered, whatever comes to his mind, he said, you are a hypocrite. And I said, okay, can you explain me what is that? He said, there is a dichotomy in you. You are presenting yourself one way in Puttaparthi, you are presenting yourself in one way in other side. What kind of Sai student you are? Till then, I didn't know that I am behaving two different, I have schizophrenia, two different aspects of my mind. But that's a very revealing point. This is the point which I want to emphasize, like you are not aware of what you are actually. You behave differently, you in the sense, like I'm talking about myself. I use you and I interchangeably, don't misunderstand me. I'm not judging anyone here. So, this is the way how I behave, maybe behaving now also. But the thing is actually this awareness has to be there within us. Then once you have that awareness, you'll be moving. And fortunately, God has given me so many knowledgeable people who guided me. And another person is Professor Bhagya. And some of you might heard of him in Samarpan talks or general talks. He was our lecturer in MBA. He taught us for 2 years. And very, very dedicated to Swami. He is one who is always internalizing Swami's messages. And he had so many interactions with Swami while sitting in the lower portico or along with the students. So we were part of listening to his many of interactions with Swami. So he was working in UK and he heard about Swami. He had seen Swami. He said, okay, let me come and spend my rest of my life in Puttaparthi because I want to progress spiritually. I want to see the importance of God in my life. Thinking that he came to Puttaparthi, the very first interaction Swami asked him, why don't you come and teach here? He was so happy and he started teaching for MBA. And he was a lecturer for a couple of years. And he thought, okay, this is not the life he wanted to have. He said, this is not the reason why he came to Puttaparthi. He said, one day he took his resignation, went to Swami, and in darshan lines, he gave it to Swami. Swami did not take that letter and asked him, what is it? Swami, this education, this teaching job is not taking me close to you. It's not taking me close to you. So I don't want to work as a lecturer. I want to dedicate myself as a devotee, stay in Puttaparthi and work on that one. Swami was very upset, very serious with him and said, the moment you start distinguishing your materialistic life and spiritual life, two different paths, I will never give you moksha even for 100 births. I will never give you moksha for even 100 births. Why? Because there is nothing called two different lives. You never distinguish. Every aspect of your life should become a spiritual path. Every act should be dedicated to Him. Every moment you will be thinking of Him, contemplating about Him. That is the way how you get the spiritual enlightenment. That way you get the transformation. As Brother Biru was talking about it, I was not interested in going to Puttaparthi for my academic education, MBA, period. I did my engineering. I had a very self-esteem. And I was thinking that, okay, I am a product, I should be a product of some very high MBA schools, could be something like IIMs or any one of those prestigious universities. I was thinking of it. When my father asked me, I did not go. But Swami had different plans. He brought me there. There are different incidents actually which confirms that Swami himself took me to his education system. I'll just give two examples. When after I joined in Puttaparthi MBA in 1988, I went to Vrindavan because I requested Swami that Swami, I want to come and spend some time with in Vrindavan, because during the semester holidays between first semester and second semester, you have winter vacation or break, summer semester break. A lot of students go home and come back, and some of the students stay back in Puttaparthi. I have asked Swami, I want to come to Vrindavan. Swami asked, why you want to come to Vrindavan? I didn't have any answer. I said, Swami, I want to spend time with you. He said, okay, you are spending time here. No, Swami, Vrindavan, I felt, okay, it's like a playground or it's like a home. You get more opportunities, you talk to the boys regularly, very limited number of students, and vacation period. All those logics, right? 10 different points I give. Okay, come. And one fine day, Swami called me into the interview room. He created money and gave it to me. He told me, I said, no, Swami, why I need money? He said, no, your parents, whatever the money they are sending, they are only for you to stay in Puttaparthi. But if you want to come to Vrindavan, there are some extra cost involved. I'll take care of that one. Swami is very particular and very meticulous. The way how I feel is, when you take a vehicle to a repair plant, a vehicle is manufactured, every aspect is very, very critical for the continuous good function of that vehicle. Swami works on every individual like that, remotely or directly also. So he showered so much of love. There is no need for him to do that, but still he gave, and I went to Vrindavan. 4 days. Morning, Swami used to call me for interviews, and evening, Swami used to make me sit next to him and talk to me on a regular basis. The amount of attention, maybe that my capacity is very limited, so I could not digest that one. And third day morning interview, I said, Swami, I want to go home. Swami did not even look at me actually. It's in the interview room actually. And he said, He just walked away and he talked to. And when I tried to raise that topic, again he didn't mention. So evening, when again I sat next to him, I just secretively mentioned, Swami, I want to go home. And Swami did not like that one. Enduku, why you want to go home? Swami, you only said that I have to take care of the parents, you have to spend with the parents. So, and next semester, that is year end, we'll be going for a summer course. Summer course, and basically for summer training in our projects. Summer projects, we do that for all MBA students. Between the years, first and second year, you do summer projects outside. I will not be going to my parents, so let me go this time. Next day morning, again he called me for interview. So in that interview, I again raised the topic. Then Swami said, if you want to go, go. Why are you asking me so many times? Then I told him, Swami, it is on my own I came here. But when I want to leave here, because I heard so many stories. If you leave Puttaparthi without Swami's approval, what happens? There are so many examples. I don't want to become another example for people to talk about. I said, Swami, I want your approval to leave this place. I came on my own. At least for going, you give me the permission. Swami looked at me and said, do you think you came on your own? Then Swami said, okay, in MBA entrance examination, they did not select you. The registrar brought me the list of all participants and your name is not there in the selected candidates. I have to put your name in the selected candidates. Then tell me who came on their own. It's me who I brought you. And it was revealing for me. Okay, I was so proud that Swami has chosen me. And 2 years later, I finished my MBA. I finished working in Puttaparthi. I went out. Maybe in 1992 I came. So my brother was working in administrative building, university's administrative building. I just wanted to see the conference rooms inside and the administrative block. So I went inside. As soon as I went inside, there was an accountant and Rangarao. He just came to me and said, are you Murali? I said, yeah. I'm Krishna's brother, I'm Murali. He said, Sai Ram sir, I want to tell you about a story about you. I said, my story? You are telling me? Fine, yeah, I'm interested, I'm curious. He said, in fact, I have applied for my MBA 4 or 5 days after the deadline passed. The application deadline is passed. They are not accepting, they are not supposed to accept any applications. So one fine day, 2 days after I applied for that one, Swami called Professor Nanjundaya, who was our controller of examination then. He called him and said, okay, did you get an application by Murali, by name Murali Krishna, something like that. And usually these people are always very, very attentive because they never know what time Swami asks, what kind of question Swami asks. So they have all the list with them ready. They by heart, actually, particularly with the Chakravarti sir and Nanjundaya Garu. He said, no Swami, I haven't received any application with that name. No, you should have received it, go and check it. So it was 6:30 after the bhajans, before Swami went for dinner. So Professor Nanjundaya thought, okay, Swami might be retiring for the day. So I'll go and check it tomorrow morning and come back and inform Swami. That's what he thought. He went home. At 8 o'clock, he got a message saying that Swami is waiting for you. Then 8 o'clock in the evening, he came running and Swami asked him, Emaindi Cheppavu, did you get the application? He said, Swami, I didn't check it. Oh, I asked you 2 hours back and what happened? So immediately he sent this gentleman, Rangarao, to go upstairs and look for that one. And those days there were no proper roads or street lights to go to the climb up the administrative block. He went across the hill, reached out with a torch, he opened, he looked for it, and finally he got my application, which was received on that day. He took that application and came running and gave it to Professor Nanjundaya. He took it to Swami. And Swami said, this application only. That guy forgot to put the photograph also. So you ask him to bring 2 photographs, one to affix on the hall ticket, second one is for the application inside. Ask him to bring that one, send a hall ticket immediately. So that is the way how I got into Puttaparthi. Like everyone here should be having a connection with Swami, or else you would not even listen to his word, his name. Today, everyone is there, means like you might be having some connection which you may not know. Just because I am sharing my experiences, it's not that I am privileged. Every person is special for Swami. And after all, why he came here? He wanted to transform us. He wants to bring better out of us. Like Swami talked about transformation a long time back, multiple times. I think all of you, or majority of you know it. Swami said in Treta Yuga, all the evil is geographically located in one place. So what all God has to do is, he has to take one form. Go remove that evil from the society. That's it. When it comes to Dwapara Yuga, the good and evil existed in the same family. Good and evil existed in the same family, in the same location. So what he has to do is he has to bring all the good on one side to remove the evil from that one. Whereas when it comes to Kali Yuga, I think majority people are knowing it, the good and evil exist in the same heart. So there is no question of killing or removing it. It's basically a kind of transformation to strengthen the good so that it will push the evil out of your heart. That's all actually the transformation is all about. So the day when we think of this one, then the day we practice this one, the difference between what I think I am, what others think I am will vanish. There won't be any difference. Now, after Swami said this one, I was admitted in Puttaparthi MBA. During this time, actually, the transformation actually happened. The first thing is he brought me there, and I came very reluctantly. I didn't want to come because I was thinking I'm much more capable than Puttaparthi. But anyway, it happened that way for various reasons. It went there. And those days, actually, 2 years before that, the first 2 batches of MBA, I belong to the 3rd batch of MBA. The first 2 batches of MBA, Swami used to go to the college and used to take classes for them. He used to teach them about Indian ethos and values or the leadership or different subjects he used to talk. From our batch, he started talking to us in the interview room. So we got multiple interviews. In the first interview, Swami generally talked about it. And the second interview, first interview actually everyone took Swami's Pada Namaskar. I did not take it. Whatever it is actually, because I was thinking different. In the second interview, Swami asked me, "What is your name?" And immediately, the moment Swami asked me, something struck in my mind. Okay, if he is God, why is he asking my name? Does he not know? Does he not know my name? Why is he asking? But I said, "Swami, Murali Krishna." And Swami said, immediately Swami said, I'll tell you in Telugu and translate it. ఏమీ లేని తలబుర్రలో ఏదైనా పెట్టవచ్చు, ఏదేదో నిండిన తలబుర్ర ఇలసుకృతం నింపబడిన. He said, okay, in an empty mind we can inject anything, but if a mind which is full of activities, how can we inject without emptying that one? So that is the process. That is the process started on that day. And for that one, when I sit back and think about myself, my interactions with Swami, I feel that, okay, that moment when I went there, I was not accepting him as God, not even taking his Pada Namaskar. How would I start listening to him? Now, this is a question everyone has to put to themselves. How much I love Swami? Or is Swami deserved to get my love? It's not the other way around actually. First of all, if you have to have faith in him, you start believing in him that he is God. He is good for you. You have to listen to him. So that is my first point actually. Then he said, okay, your mind is already full of so many ideas. I cannot put anything in that unless I empty that. So then he started showing the love. I give another example. This is, I felt, analogy. It's not an example. It's an analogy. Like in case you have so much of dirt in a container which is filled with water. You have so much of dirt in that one. And the water is on top of it, but the dirt, solid dirt is at the bottom. How you empty it without turning it upside down? You have to keep filling water in that one continuously over a period of time. Then all the dirt will go out. Or you have to, if you have limited time, then you have to put water forcefully into that one so that that will come out. That's what actually Swami had done to me. I think 3 months into my first semester, there was some requirement of my stay at home. So my mother wrote a letter that I have to go. I went to Swami writing a letter. Swami, I want to go to my place. And my mother is asking me to come for so-and-so reason, something I wrote it. As soon as I went and took that letter and went to Darshan Line, Swami immediately came to me, took that letter and said, go for the interview. So that was the first personal interview for me. Till then I had 8-9 interviews with boys together. The first personal interview I got it. In that one, Swami told me how to behave, how to live together, and what is good, what is bad in the personal interview room. And he profusely showered his love. There is no reason for it, but he showered love. Then my heart actually started looking towards Swami. Okay, he is unconditionally loving it. He's not loving me because I'm capable of giving something back to him. He's unconditionally loving me. So I felt, okay, he has so much of faith. With that faith, he's saying that, okay, you are a good boy, you are such a nice person. Be careful when you go home. So this is what basically the message he gave me in the personal interview room. I said, okay, you felt I'm good? Okay, let me be a good boy. I went and 3 days in Bhadrachalam, my hometown actually, there was a call from my brother who was staying in Puttaparthi. He said, Swami is talking about you. I said, what is he talking about? No, nothing. He said, okay, how is your brother? That's it. And I told him, he knows that he is the one who sent me here. And I told him like I'll be coming in 5-6 days. So next day again he called me and said, Swami is again talking about you when your brother is coming. I said, I told him I'll be coming on so and so date. I don't know, I'm just informing you. This is what Swami said. Did he ask anything specifically? How was he when he talking about me? He said, nothing. Very casually he was passing by and he stopped at me and said, when is your brother coming? And third day also it happened, 3 consecutive days. Then on the designated day, I returned. So when I was getting down on bus in the Puttaparthi bus stand, the students finished their darshan and going back to the hostel. The moment they saw me, I said, some of the boys said, man, you are in full form. Swami is talking about you every day. So this collar automatically went up. I didn't do any effort actually. He said, oh, Swami he is desperate to talk to me. Okay. I went inside next morning and there was a place created for me. A lot of people were around because at least they were very sure that Swami would come and talk to me. That way at least they also get a glimpse of Swami and get Pada and all the stuff, which is very common. We went there. Swami avoided that area completely. He didn't even come that side. Huh? Okay. Something wrong. And I went back to my brother and said, okay, is it sure? Are you sure that Swami really talked about me or inquired about me? He said, 3 days continuously he talked about it. Okay. So I felt that lower portico is not good for me. So let me go and sit in the bhajan hall. So Swami would come and talk to me. I went and sat in the bhajan hall. Swami completely avoided. And bhajan started in the middle of some late bhajan. Swami came, sat, took aarti and went off. The same thing happened in the evening also. Swami didn't look at me. This happened for 2 consecutive days. And that means 3 darshans I missed. So one Sunday's morning evening darshan and Monday also evening darshan. Then, see, my love for Swami is so intense. I could not even bear that separation of 3 darshans. Why he is not talking to me? Why he is not looking at me? This is the connection which I was talking about it. Earlier, was it there? 3 months back? No, nothing. I never took Pada Namaskar in the first interview itself. But what happened? A lot of agitation. In my absence, he was inquiring about me. He said, you are so important, so important. And my ego completely got elated. And when I came there, there's complete negligence. So I don't know whether it's a problem with the ego or a problem of expectations. I was thinking. Then I said, okay, come what may. I will talk to Swami today. Bhajans are over. And Swami took the aarti and went inside. I was standing right in front of the interview room door. So what was going on in my mind is a strong desire that I have to get hold of Swami and ask him, why is he not talking to me? That's it, nothing beyond that one. It's a desire, I have to find him. I was standing and what going on in my mind was, okay, let me open the interview room door and go and ask Swami. Let me open the interview room door, directly go and ask Swami, why are you avoiding me? And what will happen maximum? They'll throw me out of Puttaparthi. They cannot do anything beyond that one. Okay, I will abruptly end my MBA, join somewhere else. Okay, it's not that difficult. But the intensity in my heart is that Swami has to talk to me. Swami has to talk to me. And I was about to take a step forward. There was a hand on my shoulder. My warden was saying, he was there. He said, okay, Sai Ram, it's the time for us to go back to hostel. I went back to hostel and next day I came back for darshan. Swami spoke to me. And he spoke to me differently at length and whatever it is. But what I'm saying is, This is the connection, this is the intensity, this is the love you need to have for Swami. You may not be having it initially. Either you have to create that or he has to create for that one. If you want to have a bond, if you want to have a transformation has to happen within you, this is the connection. Could be your effort or his effort. And without his effort, you cannot even put any step forward. Without you putting a step forward, he will not act on that one. It's a catch-22 situation. Someone has to take the initiative. And we, many of us, I finished my MBA, we were a group of boys, we used to sit and talk about Swami every day because we didn't have anything else. We were expecting a job or stay in Puttaparthi, so we used to talk. One of the talks, one of the discussions is, God is the one, he will not talk to you unless you cry. Unless you have that intensity, he will not even come to you. But that moment you cry, he cannot even stay there. He'll come running for you. That intensity has to be there. That is the one everyone has to think about it. Today, the successful people in spiritual course, spiritual grandeur, if you think of it, Bhakta Potana, anyone, or Tukaram, all these people, they have only single-pointed focus. If you look at Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, I used to cry every day. Amma, I haven't seen you today, I didn't talk to you today. So that intensity has to come. How you get it is simply by having the purity in your thought, word, deed. Then, I'll give you some more experiences like that. So, my brother was in Delhi those days. We were 3 brothers. And elder one was in Delhi. And both me and my younger brother used to stay in Puttaparthi. I joined only for MBA. He joined at 7th class. So he was staying there. One fine day, my brother sent a message that I am coming to Puttaparthi. So I was in good form. I thought, okay, let's get an interview for our brother. That's what we thought. And those very formative young ages. So we said, okay, let's catch hold of Swami. I would sit in the lower portico. So when Swami comes out for darshan, he would come this side. I'll just get up and ask Swami for interview. And my younger brother can stay in the bhajan hall. So when Swami goes inside, in case he avoids me, my brother can catch hold of him. Like, it's a strategy you plan together how to get hold of Swami. We sat there. Swami directly came. He didn't even look at gents side. He went for the ladies side for darshan. Like those days, Swami used to be in the main bhajan hall only, not in Ponchandra or Yeshur Mandir. 88 I'm talking about. He just came out straight and went on the ladies' side. So I didn't even have a chance to give my letter or ask, kneel down, whatever it is. He didn't look at that side. He went like that. And after 5 minutes, while Swami was in darshan, there was a tap on my back. When I saw that, my brother was standing. My elder brother was standing there. Then, how you are coming here? Like you are supposed to be in the devotees line. No, Swami picked me for interview. He told me, go and pick up your other 2 brothers for the interview. So that was the first time he was coming to Puttaparthi. Swami had never seen him. And this is what the way how we think. This is a reinforcement for me that, okay, you don't have to tell me. I know everyone. So he picked up my brother and asked to take those 2 brothers and go for the interview. That is the way how he connected to us. And Swami also looks at us in a different way. Totally different way. He doesn't want to make us feel very comfortable. He wants to always create the problems for you. I was talking about this agitation, right? It has to be like that. In a part, there is so much of that. You have so many bad feelings. He has to get them out. One day, I don't know anyone knows Chiranjeev Rao. Chiranjeev Rao Garu was one of our Mandir caretakers. Before the officially we had the Mandir secretary as Kutumba Rao Garu and Chiranjeev Rao Garu. They used to take care of it. And Chiranjeev Rao Garu was very, very forth with Swami. He goes to Swami and exactly reports the things as they are. Nothing mixed, nothing minced, or no qualifying whether it's good for us to tell Swami or bad for Swami. He says, okay, this has happened, I want to tell that, like a news report. He was so genuine, so sincere that one day Swami asked him, Emi Samacharam? I said, what's a news? He did not understand that question correctly. Next day onwards, he used to read the newspaper 1 hour and write down all the points one after the other. So whenever Swami asks, what is the news? He says, Swami, today the Prime Minister said this one, there is an inauguration here. Why are you telling me? Swami, you only asked me the news. That kind of very sincere, unadulterated opinions on Swami. So, one day Swami asked him, like, what's happening around? He said, Swami, devotees are very, very unhappy. Why they are unhappy? Swami, people come here by listening to you that there is so much of love, you are personification of love, but they don't see that love anywhere. Be it in the darshan lines, sitting in the Sevadal are very serious about them, pushing them, cursing them. You go to accommodation office, they shoot you directly, not even giving accommodation. You go to canteen, they are shouting at you. Whatever they serve, they have to eat. We cannot ask them second time also. And everywhere there is problems, Swami. I said, so what? Swami, people, like we have to change system in ashram. Swami looked at him. Do you think all these things are happening without Swami's knowledge? Do you think all these are happening without Swami's knowledge? In fact, Swami has created a system like this. In fact, Swami has created the system like this because when first time I listened to this one, I did not understand what is Swami saying on that one. But if you look at that, initially I was quoting about my example about hypocrisy. Everyone who goes to Puttaparthi, they'll go with a mask. You behave differently when you go to a temple. You behave differently when you are at workplace. You behave in a different way at home. You have so many personalities existing, or you are exhibiting those personalities with or without your knowledge. And to bring the originality in you, Swami creates these situations. He says, okay, these are the scenarios. This is an environment where God has created to transform you. It is for your own benefit. It's not for Swami's benefit or Ashram's benefit. These are situations you have to go through. And while going through, if you are still sticking to God, there are so many people who drop off. Swami is not bothered about that. But while going through all these situations, if you still hold on to Swami, if you still love Swami, if you still try to follow Swami, that is what actually devotion is. That is where actually transformation happens. And in 1990, I remember, Jalgam Vengalrao, like he was our industrial minister, he came to Puttaparthi, and after interview with Swami, we were sitting in the very few, like 15 to 20 students, because that's a working day and I was working in the central rest, so I could stay till bhajans are over. I was sitting there. Swami came out and looked at us and said, Jalgam Vengalrao came, he brought a permission to build bridge across Chitravati. Okay, it's good. So what is the advantage? That's what I was thinking. He said, because of this one, Madras becomes 200 miles closer to us. Like, instead of going all the way around, you can go to Madras this way, it's much closer. Good. So we said, something good is happening here. Then Swami paused and said, but Swami is not happy. Swami is not happy. Because government is sponsoring that one, government is spending money, government is bridging it, so devotees can come to Swami much faster. Swami is not happy because God always wants devotees having problems. God always wants devotees having problems. And this reminded me of Kunti's request to Lord Krishna. Because only in difficulties a human being thinks of God. If everything is happy, everything is going well. And actually another small example, which I had seen much later. There was a big construction area and so much of noise, so much of construction was happening in that. And there was a worker who is down on the ground working, and his supervisor happens to be on the 5th floor of a building which is being constructed. And he wanted to talk to this guy. So he shouts, screams, claps. This guy doesn't listen to him because there's so much of noise around, he doesn't do it. So he says, okay, to gain his attention, he throws a coin, currency. He throws a coin and it exactly falls on his shoulder, drops down. He looks at that coin, looks around, immediately picks it in his pocket. And continues on the work. He doesn't even bother like where that came. And he says, okay, that coin did not draw his attention to the upstairs. So this time currency notes actually he throws at him. As soon as he sees these currency notes, he puts his leg on that and looks around as if when he knows that no one is looking at, he just bends down, takes that money and keeps it in pocket. Supervisor thought, okay, how to get this fellow's attention? So he took a small pebble, throws on his head. Immediately looks up and says, okay, who threw the stone at me? Then that fellow says, okay, come upstairs, I want to talk to you. This happens to most of us in our lives. When you have happiness, when you have good things happening in your life, you don't bother about God. You are happy. And when you have a difficulty, that's the time actually you look back to Him and say, what's happening? What I have to do? Something like that. This really struck me. This is the way how a lot of us are. Okay? When everything is going smooth, you don't need the need of God. You are doing things on our own. And the transformation doesn't happen there. Then I'll come with one more example. Let me see. There are different things. Yeah. And for any transformation process, actually, I was saying that you need to have faith in God, that God is the one who is taking care of you. And God is omnipotent. He is capable of doing anything for you. I finished my MBA. I went home. And when I went home, I was longing for Swami because my life, or my stay in Puttaparthi was something like a sinusoidal curve. It's going up and down in Swami's grace. Swami talks to me sometime I'm in form, sometimes not in form. But fortunately, every time I went out of form, that out of form was not too long actually. Within 2-3 days, Swami called me back and spoke to, because I used to cry for him. And not only that, like many of the boys would be like that. Every boy's interaction is different. I'll tell you one very funny incident. I don't know, today when I think about that, it's a very crazy incident happened to me in my life. Swami was not talking to me for 3 consecutive days. Like he was avoiding me. When I go there, I sit there, completely avoided, going in a different direction. And when it happened 3 days, on 3rd evening, I said, okay, Swami, things are not going well between you and me. So to gain your attention, I have to do something extraordinary, out of the way, which is not normal. What to do? Okay, Swami, I will be awake whole night thinking of you. Usually I go to bed regularly, right? So I want to break that trend. I said, okay, I want to be awake whole night and think of you. I'll see then how you will not talk to me tomorrow. The objective is to stay awake whole night. How you can be awake whole night? That too, I was working in accommodation office. So how you can be awake? Because at some point of time, if you don't do any activity, you doze off, you sleep off. Then I said, okay, let me do something very, very non-conventional. Let me walk to Kottacheruvu. Kottacheruvu is around 13 kilometers from Puttaparthi. This night, I'll walk to Kottacheruvu and come back. That way, at least while walking, I don't think anyone sleeps. There could be some capable people who can sleep and walk also, but at least I thought, I will be awake whole night. I'll walk to Kottacheruvu and come back. That will take at least 5 to 6 hours. 10 o'clock, I embark on that journey of going to Kottacheruvu by walk and come back. And the thing is, how can you walk for 6 hours continuously? You may feel hungry, you may feel thirsty. So I took a bottle of water, some peanuts, some junk food, filled myself and started walking. I was walking on the road, it was pitch dark, and only when buses coming on that, you know where the road is, where the bushes are. It was so dark, but I was singing bhajans, thinking of him, going. Went to Kottacheruvu around 2 o'clock in the night, sat there, I think 12 o'clock or not, whatever it's, I don't have time to track. And again, came back. So I was extremely happy. Since I have done so much of sacrifice for Swami, he has to speak to me tomorrow morning. And thinking that, I went, I came back. When I came back, actually it was before 4 o'clock, around 4 o'clock, the Pati Mandir gates were closed and they would not let anyone go inside before 4:30 or something like that. Okay, I still have half an hour before I go inside. I went to the bus stop and on a bench I sat. Within seconds I dozed off. I got up around 4:20, 4:30, walked in, got myself completely showered, got ready myself and went for Suprabhatam. All those Nagar Sankirtan, Suprabhatam, everything I had done. And I was thinking that Swami would come and talk to me. But there is a doubt in my heart. Would Swami really come? Because I did not complete the promise of being awake whole night. As that doubt was in my heart, even a little bit of that one, he did not come and talk to me. He did not come speak to me. He didn't even come close to me. But I cried. So what else? How I can gain your attention? So evening he called me for interview and spoke to me. But why I am saying this one here is, why these experiences dear to me is, you need to have that burning desire. That Swami, I want you. Swami, I can do something out of blue. Because things are not happening smoothly. So I have to break that one. This is power of prayer. Anytime you think of him, you do something extraordinary. For example, I'll tell you an example. Swami told that, he likes people doing Suprabhatam regularly. One funny aspect is, Swami says, whenever he takes boys to Kodaikanal, he would say, okay, you don't have to do Suprabhatam here. You can wake up leisurely and come for breakfast directly. So I will be there, because boys sleep right in front of Swami's room. There is only a curtain separating Swami's room and the main hall. You can just open the curtain and come, Swami. And at times Swami would come and wake us up also, or wake boys up. So Swami says, you don't have to do Suprabhatam. If you look at the underlying fact on that one, that means, okay, in Kodaikanal you don't have to do it. But rest of the time, I expect you to do Suprabhatam. He says, you don't have to do Suprabhatam in Kodaikanal. There is underlying fact that, okay, I expect you to do it. Like that, there are some expectations. And when all these are fulfilled, he has to speak to you. And there is a very funny incident which has a profound meaning. In Vrindavan, Tri-Vrindavan sessions are usually filled with students and VIPs. All of people sit together and either Swami talk to them or Swami asks any of the boys to speak, sing. Very impromptu. There is no fixed format for that one. And one lady, she got up and said, Swami, my son got admission into a prestigious college in UK. Swami said, Manchidi, Santosham. She was expecting something more than that one, a better response from Swami. And since Swami was very cool and cold reception for her, she said, Swami, he is your student. Swami looked at her and said, I don't think he is my student. He is not my student. And the Vice Chancellor, Warden, they were taken aback, and a lot of students, because they had seen that boy studying here, completing his course and went out. And how Swami is saying that he is not our student. And Swami looked at the warden and said, Amy, one student. He didn't know what to say. He knew pretty well that, okay, he studied in the university. Then he mustered courage and said, Swami, mana pillavade. He is college student. Amy, he is college student? Yes, college student. He is not my student. So then people said, okay, Swami is going to reveal something which is very, very important. So they took paper and pen and wanted to write down what is there. Swami looked at the Vice Chancellor and said, okay, now tell me how you admit a student in your college. And he looked at Swami and said, Swami, they have to write the entrance exam. They have to first apply. Then we give them hall ticket. They come write the examination, then interview, all those things will happen. Then we give them admission to come to our college. Once they come to our college as a student, we teach them education and we test them, their skills acquired. Then when we are satisfied that his skills are sufficient, then we award the certificate. Once we award a certificate, then you call him as a student of the university. For me also like that, I have a process. To be called as a Sai student, not a university student, to be called as a Sai student, I also have a process. It is similar to that one. So a devotee has to apply, he has to look at me saying that, okay, I want to be your student. Then if I like him, I will allow him to write the examination. So he'll come here, then I'll teach them, test them. Once I test them completely, if I am satisfied, I will give my name to him. I will give my name to him. Sai student, Sai devotee. These do not come. The name Sai, anybody wants, they cannot put. It should be given by Swami, it should be acknowledged by Swami. But how? How? You have to have that desire to be his student, his devotee. He has to accept it, he has to teach you. Like you could be an Ekalvya Shishya. You don't have to study in Puttaparthi or stay with Swami. There are so many Sai devotees whom Swami fondly loves, who are very far off from Puttaparthi. But they are Sai devotees. You don't have to be. There are so many students who studied in Puttaparthi, still not Sai students as recognized by Swami. So this is, studying in that college is not the only qualification for anyone to be dear to Swami or to be called as Sai. Sai student, devotee, whatever it is. So that is very, very revealing for all of us who are sitting there in that place. Then, how he loves you, how he demonstrates time and again. Because the way how a devotee wants to have God with him, God also wants a devotee. Like Swami many a time I said, okay, I am really looking for a pure devotee. Nija Bhakti. I have been searching for a real devotee, but I am not able to see. And for that one, the amount of time we spend, God also spends time and again he proves that, okay, I am for you. I am there to take care of you. So one such incident happened. Summer course we completed in 1990. I was an ex-student by then. I did not join accommodation office or central trust. So I was still an ex-student without any tax attached, without any guarantee that I can go back to Puttaparthi. Even if I go back to Puttaparthi, how I stay, where I stay, I was not sure. So I was in Vrindavan, completed my summer course. On my birthday, I went to Swami with a tray of all the items, chocolates and everything. Swami blessed me. And suddenly he looked at me and said, okay, how long you are going to stay? Swami, whenever you ask me to go, I'll go. I'll stay here only. Because by then I had a lot of experiences. I know what to talk, what not to talk to Swami. Got enough training. Said, okay, Swami, whenever you say, I'll go. Manchid, stay here. And that evening, all of a sudden, Swami called and said, yeah, leave, go to Bhadrachalam, go to your parents' place. And he said, you come back to Puttaparthi for Guru Purnima. So I didn't know. Morning he said, he blessed me and said, okay, whenever you're going, I said, whenever you want me to go, I'll go. That evening he said, okay, now go. And that's a summer time, getting a reservation. And that moment is very, very difficult. You have to plan. Then Swami looked at one of the lecturers and said, okay, his train is at so-and-so time. He doesn't have much time. You go and drop him. So he took me in his car to the railway station. He dropped me and he asked me, do you have a ticket? I don't know, because I did not plan this journey. I didn't plan. Swami planned it, so I don't have any ticket. I need to buy it. And I'm not very sure I'll get a reservation to travel. I may have to go in a general compartment. He said, he dropped me at the gate and said, okay, I'll go and look for a ticket. And then he went, he stood in the line to collect the tickets. So I was standing at the gate of the railway station. While I was standing there, suddenly the person came and said, I have a ticket to Khammam. Now that's my hometown. He said, I have reserved ticket for Khammam. Do you want to have it? Of all the people in Karnataka, someone coming and speaking to me in Telugu saying that I have a ticket which I'm not using it. Then I said, I took the ticket, I checked the date, because a stranger approaches you, you don't know whether it's correct or not, right? So I checked the date, the age of the person, male or female, all those things I verified. Same train on the same day. Then I lifted my head. That guy was not there. Even to give the money to find out whether he's selling it in black or whatever it is, that guy was not there. And I was looking at, okay, I'm stuck with the ticket. Then my lecturer came back and said, okay, you don't have any reservations now, everything is full. I said, don't worry about it, I already have the ticket. Oh, okay. So I went home, and next day morning I reached Bhadrachalam, the place my parents live. On the previous day evening, actually, we lost power in our house, and so my father was drawing power from the next house, from the nearby house. So there's a huge electric wire. He puts a plug in that one and puts a plug here, the other end of this one in this one. So electric comes, you turn your main off. So even the electricity is restored, nothing is going to happen. You still have the power drawing from the other house. So in that process, he was just cutting the electric wire or joining the electric wires through his mouth, putting those copper wires in that one, and suddenly someone turned the switch on in that house. So he got electric shock and he fell down. And that was the time. Swami called me and said, go home. And he arranged the ticket, he arranged the transportation and everything. When Swami was sending me, I didn't know why I was going. But when I came here, actually tears poured out of my eyes. Okay, this is the amount of love he shows. Did I do anything to my parents to make sure that okay, they are happy? I didn't do anything. But the only thing is, at the time of difficulty, Swami sent my son to our house. That lit the entire house. So that is the faith, that is the assurance, that is the guarantee. Oh, Swami is with you, Swami is taking care of you. That is what actually he has done. And there are so many things happened like this all through my stay. And these are things which brought me, how much more time I have? Yeah, 5 minutes. So these are the different activities, different aspects which brought me closer and think more about Swami regularly again and again. It's not only for me, for the entire family, it turned out to be like that. And I finished my education. Then Swami told me to come on Guru Purnima, right? So I came back on Guru Purnima. Exactly on Guru Purnima morning, I landed in Puttaparthi. And I got myself ready and went for darshan. And this is one of the very few occasions for morning darshans. As soon as Swami opened the door, he didn't even completely open his interview room door. He just put his little face and hair, we could see the hollow of Swami hair. He put his finger and said, okay, come. There are 5-6 people in the front row. All of us ran. Swami said, okay, there are sweets distributed. So everyone was going inside to take the sweets, and Swami suddenly plucked my hand and said, okay, come. Then he said, when did you come? Swami, I came now only. Okay, I've been waiting for you. Okay, Swami, what do I do? So the kind of attention Swami gave, it literally gave me hopes that, okay, Swami loves me. Swami gives me some kind of assurance that, okay, he's going to retain me there for some time. Fine, it happened. Then 2 days later, I saw that there are 44 waiting boys. The concept of waiting boys is people who study, who complete their education in Puttaparthi, and they don't want to leave. They either want to do second masters or do something else so that they can stay there, they can extend their stay in Puttaparthi for some more time. And there are 44 students around that. And next 1 week, Swami kept on telling, leave this place, leave this place. You have completed your education and your parents are expecting you to go out, get some jobs, earn some money, marry, have children. They want you to have a different life. So don't waste your time. And Swami cannot give you jobs for everyone. Swami cannot observe you in the institution also. So he kept on saying that. None of us pay attention to that words. We never heeded to Swami's words. And one day, we were in Portico, and Swami lectured almost for 20 minutes, saying that the importance of listening to Swami and going out and doing your own work and carry Swami's mission everywhere, be good boys. All these things he spoke. Swami, very well, very well. And we said, Swami, we want to stay here. Hey, that much time he spent. Then Swami said, you are not listening to me. Then he looked at Kayaldas and said, Kayaldas, buy tickets for all of these people And if they're not going on their own, you tie them to the bus and send them off. He said the Swami is joking. Because the problem with us and Swami relation is Swami wants us to be attached to him, love him. He doesn't want to leave us. The amount of possessiveness he has is phenomenal. He has possessiveness on all the devotees because his mission is that. He came to transform all of us. So he is very particular about every individual. So we thought, we were not sure whether Swami is really asking us to go or not go. That is also there in back of our minds. Then Swami asked one of the boys to go and get the vibhuti. So when he says go and get the vibhuti, that means okay, it's a final. Once he gives the vibhuti, you have to leave the place. No one got up. No one went to inside to bring Swami's that basket of vibhuti. Swami, he himself walked inside, brought that basket and started distributing vibhuti. And none of us, in heart of hearts, actually, we didn't want to leave Swami. And particularly, I was definitely not interested because Swami asked me to come. And I was getting so much of attention. Over a period of time, I felt, okay, I need to stay with Swami. I want to be with Swami. I want to contribute something for the organization. So something like that I was thinking. He started giving vibhuti. Everyone has accepted it. When he came to me, he gave me the vibhuti. I did not accept it. He forcefully put it into my pocket. I took the vibhuti out of my pocket and put it in the basket. Look at the audacity, immaturity. You believe him as God, you have to believe him as God. When he tells you something, you have to listen to him. That immaturity, I had that, I do have now. So, when I said that, when Swami became very serious, and said, okay, Swami is no different from Swami's word. I'm telling you this again. Swami is no different from Swami's word. If you do not follow Swami's word, you do not respect Swami. You don't have respect for Swami's word, then where is the guarantee that you are respecting Swami? And if you do not respect Swami, where is the need for you to stay in this place? Then immediately I got up and knelt down and said, Swami, it's not my intention to disobey you, but I do not want to go. If you say that I have to go, please don't send me off from this place like this. Call me for an interview, talk to me, and then you say, go, we'll go. And also tell me what I have to do once I go outside. Then Swami called all the 44 students for the interview next day. We went in the interview, and he called me in the personal interview room. There he asked me, Amy, why you don't want to go? Swami, when you ask me to go, I'll go. No questions on that one. But if you have faith in me, that even after going outside also, I still behave like your student, then you send me off. Manchidi, take Path Namaskar, go. So that's the way how my personal interview ended. And within 3 days, Swami called 3 of us and gave us a job in Puttaparthi. The rest of the 41 students left the place. But why I'm saying this is, Swami is no different from Swami's word. Today, we may not have Swami physically with us. Today, you don't have an opportunity to go and have his physical darshan. But Swami's word is with us. Swami's word is with us in various forms, various experience sharing, various satsai speaks with us. You take any sentence, deeply contemplate how it is useful for your spiritual progress. That will bring us what is in us, how much amount of qualities we are trying to hide from the rest of the world. We try to understand that one. The day we understand, the day we correct ourselves, when our thought, word and deed becomes in unison, then you become one with that. That is simple. That is what actually Sai is asking us for the transformation. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Brother Murli, for your valuable words. As you spoke, there are a couple of realizations I came to. These are made note of. I did realize that if I don't want to be in trouble ever in my life, just keep thinking about Swami all the time, and not wait for him to give me any trouble. And I think one of the best ways to do that is be involved with the organization here and take part in as much of Swami's work as we possibly can at all times. Took that from your speech today as a personal message for myself. And you also mentioned about we might not always know Swami's plan. We are just mortals as we are. We can only connect the dots looking back. I think that's the faith with which we all will function or keep functioning every day. Thank you for giving that message to us today.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to open up the floor for question and answers. We have next 20 minutes to be asking any questions we have to Brother Murali, who is here. And you have participants that are with you on either side of the audience who will come to you with the mic. If you have a question, please put your hand up so the mic can be brought to where you are. I have a question of my own. Maybe I can start with it.
Sure.
With my interactions with you yesterday and listening to your speech today, you have been one of the form boys with Swami for a long time. You did mention to us that you've been in Swami's organization just for the 2 years, and there are several others who've been with him for much longer. But in those 2 years, you had umpteen opportunities to be interacting with Swami. Somehow you were with him all the time. And when I thought about that, I was reminded of the thought, what is it, what kind of penance you could have done to have that as your opportunity? Have you ever felt that way? Have that thoughts come to you, and what came out of your own contemplation?
Yeah, that's a good question. I never thought about it. The reason is, for you actually, when you are given a sumptuous dinner, your objective is to how to enjoy the dinner and eat it. You do not even think about what merit I have done to deserve this kind of food. And another thing is actually, I enjoyed more in contemplating on him and reading about experience of various devotees. I will share one experience of Professor Kasturi on the reservedness. Professor Kasturi was very close to Swami physically, and he was the first biographer of Swami. So many interactions and lot of experiences, lot of humility. So one day he was sitting next to Swami, and Swami asked him, Kasturi, did you ever think what great opportunity Swami has given you, and do you think you really deserve this one? And Swami said, Swami, my parents and my penance for over so many years, my ancestral punya, all is giving me this opportunity of sitting next to you in close proximity of the avatar. Swami said, any amount of penance, any amount of good work will vanish the moment you have my darshan. Getting Bhagavan's darshan, the knowing that he is God. Without knowing, you see him, okay, you don't make any difference, right? But knowingly that I am at Bhagavan, God's presence, that itself will completely vanish all your punya. It is me who is keeping you next to me. The day I decide not to have it, I'll just throw you away. So it is God who has to decide why he is taking and what he wants from us. We don't have any control. But every moment of that, you need to enjoy that moment. You need to live in that present, that moment, okay, Swami, as if you will never get another opportunity like that again. That Swami said that also clearly. Every moment you stay, every second you stay with Bhagavan, you preserve that. There is no guarantee that the next second is yours with Swami. Sai Ram.
Thank you.
Sai Ram.
Thank you for coming to Vancouver.
I wanted to ask you about the story you told us that for 3 days you came to Buddha party and for 3 days Swami ignored you. And then the moment I guess you let it go, he called you for an interview. So what do you think, what would be your suggestion to all devotees that wonder what would be the behavior? What did Swami expect of you for those 3 days? Because the ego wanted that attention. But what would be your advice? How to deal with this, with the expectation of our ego? What would have been the right behavior or attitude in your mind?
Very good question, actually. Basically, the way how I look at the things is, it is absolutely your love, your intensity of love, that is the only matters. What kind of person you are, Swami doesn't bother about it. And when we have this, when we want to invite Swami or when Swami doesn't talk to boys, then we used to cry, shout and all those, we make a lot of nonsense at the mandir itself. Swami, please come to hostel, please talk to us and all those things. And one day Swami revealed, okay, my heart is butter heart. It's very tender, very tender. But unfortunately, you don't have the warmth in your prayers even to melt that tender butter. You don't have that much warmth in your prayers to melt that butter. That is what he wants to have. A sincerity in your prayer, intensity in your prayer. I want you, I want you. When Swami in 88, I think Swami on October 20th, he fell down and broke his hip. So that time, a lot of us cried and prayed to. One of the boys, one of the senior lecturers suggested, okay, why don't we start doing Mrityunjaya Mantram in the hostel? So we have prayed to him 4 days, 5 days, and later Swami came and then he stood in front of us and spoke. It's only your prayers which brought me, which made me to cure my problem and stand in front of you. So prayers have that power, and so long the prayers are filled with intensity and love, they will definitely yield. They can transform anything. And Swami himself said, okay, God is a puppet in the hands of a devotee. In the hands of a devotee, provided that person is a devotee. Only in the hands of devotee he becomes a puppet. And some of you may be knowing the story of Jaya Vijaya. Like they were the doorkeepers at Lord Vishnu. And Sananda comes and curses, whatever it is. And they go back to Lord Vishnu and saying that, okay, these people have cursed us when we were doing our responsibility. We are doing our duty, then these people came and cursed. Then God says that, okay, I cannot completely remove that, but I can give you an option to choose from. One is, for 3 births, you become my enemies. I will take birth along with you because you are my people. And you can be my enemies for 3 births. And after that you can come back here, I'll give you liberation. Or you can be my devotees for 7 births. That means all the 7 births, I will be also taking birth. Because that is the bond they have. And so God has recognized that, okay, they were punished when they were doing His duty. They were doing His duty. So He said, okay, you take 7 births as my devotees. I will be there. I will also be there with you. You take 3 births as my enemies. Why? As a devotee, it took 7 births. That means it's a longer time. Why as an enemy, it's only 3 births? If you look deep into that one, as an enemy, your intensity is higher. You will be cursing him every day. You will be thinking of him every day. Oh, this fellow is coming from this side. Okay, this fellow is enjoying. I have to make sure that, okay, he doesn't enjoy. So you will be having that kind of intensity and thinking of him all the time. God wants that. He wants the intensity. He doesn't even bother whether you are cursing him or whether you are praising him. For him, Dushan, Bhushan, Tiraskara, everything is same actually for him. Everything is mine. You are thinking of me. That is more important for me. So for any devotee, for me also the sinusoidal curve, which happened with Swami because my intensity was erratic. One day it is very high. He doesn't talk to me, the intensity goes up. He talks to me, I take it for granted. This happens with every devotee. Only when we have a problem, our intensity goes up. We have to look back and see how much I love Swami, how much he is responding to Swami. His very purpose is to respond and take care of us. In fact, he mentioned that to Sundaraya, one day, there are so many people who are coming and asking me, I want this, no one is thanking me. No one is thinking of me after work is done. After their desire is fulfilled, they are not thinking of me. But when I am ready to take, when my flight is ready to take off, how many people are going to join me in the flight? He just wants a constant, loving thinking about us. We have to keep thinking about him, saying that, Swami, I want you, I want you, I want you. Nothing more than that. And can I answer further on this one? Same thing. Yeah, which is similar to this one. When I was working, 4 of us were sitting in that interview room. And this is okay, those interviews are very impromptu, similar to Tribundan sessions, but with a very limited number of people. Only 4 Gokulam boys used to sit there. And one of us asked Swami a question. Swami, how do we continuously be in connection with you? How do we think of you all the time? Because once we get up in the morning, we are indulged in so many activities all through the day. But because we are focusing on different activities, how can we think of you continuously? And you said that, because Swami mentioned earlier, that if you are thinking of him intermittently, that means it's a part-time devotion. He gave a lot of examples for that one, but we said how we want to be full-time devotees. Then Swami said, you don't have to take any specific time off during your day and say, okay, I want to pray you, I want to do this one. But for having connection with Swami all the time, what you need to do is, you need to think that he is with you all the time. First of all, you believe strongly that he is with you. When you are thinking that Swami is with you, whatever you do it, suppose you are eating food. When you are eating food, okay, you tell Swami, Swami, today this dal is very good, roti is very good, or this sweet, fantastic, amazing it, you want to taste it. Even when I'm with Swami, I was with you in Kodaikanal, I didn't have this kind of sweet with you. Something like that, you keep talking. Or you have in a dilemma, you are talking about something in your life which is very complex problem. You share with him as if he is next to you. Swami, I have this problem. I'm doing this one. You tell that one. And by continuously feeling that God is with you and talking to him, there are 3 purposes, Swami said. The first thing is, you are sharing everything with him. You are sharing everything with him. That means, okay, God, he has to stay with you. Because when you say that you are feeling that way, he has to be with you. He is with you. The second one is, you have a problem, you are sharing your problem with Swami. You are sharing your happiness with Swami. In a problem, when you share that, it is his responsibility to own that problem and solve that problem, because you are sharing with him. Third one is, whenever you are sharing with Swami, whenever you feel that he is with you, there is no way you can do any wrong thing. Because you cannot offer any bad thing to Swami. I want to steal something from that one. You cannot say that to Swami and still go ahead and do that. So these are the 3 purposes solved when you strongly believe that I am with you. You have to have that faith. A faith can turn a stone into God. Not having faith can turn God into a stone. So, Sairam. I don't know whether it answered, but actually, overall. I'll tell you another small story. When you're talking about that difficulties or God, why he wants to have difficulties for individuals. And lot of devotees, majority, including me actually, we feel that God is there to solve our problems. God is there to solve our problems. What we have to do? We have to say one prayer, that's it. Good morning, Swami. Swami, I have a problem, and God will take care of it. Would he really do that one? When you really have a problem, you think that God is supposed to take care of that one and you pray for that. But Swami said, actually, I like my devotees to be in trouble. Okay, there is an example. Swami has mentioned also. In those days, 8th class students to PhD students, all of us, we go for darshan and sit together in the same place. Only the primary schools sit in a different location. And during the interview time, like when Swami has taken some devotees for interview, boys go for recess and they mingle. I was sitting, next to me was 8th class student, and that guy, he went for recess. So without having anything to do, I was just browsing through the notebook he has. On the last page, he has written, Swami, have you lost faith in me? He wrote, 8th class boy, on the back page of his notebook, Swami, have you lost faith in me? Why are you not testing? Why are you not testing? So life is going smooth for me. I'm not happy. See, the concept is generally when you complete your second class or your course, end of that there is an examination. So that will testify that you are qualified to go to the next level. So long you don't have a problem, so long you don't have any difficulty, that means you are not eligible to take examination. You are not eligible to go for the next one. And one thing I assure you that God will not bring you any problem which you cannot solve. Have that faith. He will not bring you any problem that you cannot solve. He will bring you a problem which you can solve and which he believes that by successfully going through that problem, you will be a better person. Unless he has that faith, he will not bring it to you. So why we need to worry about any problem which is thrown at us? That problem, that situation, that difficulty is bringing something best out of you. Have that faith, you will never have any problems in life. Every problem becomes his prasad. Yeah, if you do not ask any questions, I'll keep talking like this only.
I have a question.
Yes.
Just a question about, I know Swami has given us a lot to think about. There's plenty of things we can do. But just asking, what are you doing to prepare for the next avatar? Has that even occurred to you, especially for our young ones here? What can we do, or what should we be doing to prepare for the next avatar? Or should we even consider that?
Whether we have to do anything for the next avatar or what we have to do. My son has this problem. While eating lunch, he'll be thinking about the dinner. I say, okay, first you enjoy the lunch which you are having it. Why you think about the dinner? It's the same problem actually. When we are going to a movie, he'll say, okay, what we have to do after the movie? Are we going out for the dinner? Let's go for the movie first and go and enjoy that one. And the same question asked, how we have to look for Premasai? Or how, Correct, yeah. How to prepare for that one. Why you have to be prepared for something which is not certain. We have so much in our hands. Swami has given so many things. How much of it we are really following? There are 32 Satsai volumes, 5,000 discourses. There's so many experience sharing by so many people. How much of that have we digested? If we have digested all these things, do you think is there a real need for avatar to come? Since we are not following it, he is expecting, okay, another avatar will come. And actually, a devotee, very senior devotee asked Swami, 20 years back I heard the same example. Today also you are saying the same example. Then Swami said, so what? Why you are repeating, Swami? Tell me something else. He said, I have to tell you that because you have not followed that in the last 20 years. And if you guys are not following it, I'll keep repeating the same thing. I'll be taking avatars again and again. The very purpose of that is to make sure that you understand what you are doing, what is correct, what is not correct. In the absence of that one, avatars keep coming. For us to prepare not to have an avatar, not to have an avatar, we don't have to prepare anything, it will happen. Because it is his problem. One day, Swami asked Anil Kumar sir. Anil Kumar sir actually is very spontaneous and jovial. Swami, I have a question for Swami. Chappu, what is that question? Swami, tell me, God is great or human being is great? Amy? The question is actually, who is great, man or God? This is very interesting because anyone has head on the shoulders will say, okay, God is great. That's the reason why we go to God, pray to Him. Swami said, okay, you tell me who is great? He said, man is great, Swami. Why is like that? Swami, you came, you took 10 avatars, but you still keep coming. Why you are coming? Because you are not able to change us. So you keep taking births again and again as an avatar. Did I answer? Partially. Yeah, I think preparation is needed for have him with us all the time. Preparation is not needed to have him again and again. Because we are oblivious of the avatar. You come and go, I'm least bothered. I'm like this only. The day we transform ourselves, we become God. There is no need for avatar. We ourselves become avatar.
Thank you, brother. That's the time we have for question and answers. Please request Sister Pooja to come forward and give the vote of thanks.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. On behalf of our entire Sai community, it is my privilege to offer this vote of thanks. We begin by offering our heartfelt pranams to Brother Murli for sharing his divine experience and profound insight. It has truly been a blessing to have you with us at our Sai Community Center. Your words have inspired us and strengthened Swami's presence within our hearts and in this sacred space. We extend our sincere gratitude to Uncle Yogi and Auntie Uma for their warm hospitality in hosting Brother Murli Krishna during this day. Our special appreciation goes to the young adults for their beautiful presentation that is about to come. We also thank Brother Naveen for being such a wonderful and engaging MC. A special note of thanks to the team who dedicated many hours to beautifully decorate the stage for today's presentation. And finally, we offer our heartfelt thanks to Auntie Sumi for lovingly preparing today's lunch, beginning really early in the morning and serving all of us with such care and devotion. With deep gratitude to each and everyone who contributed to making this gathering so special, I humbly conclude this vote of thanks. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Although we've offered a vote of thanks, I want to personally offer my thanks to Brother Murli for coming. Thank you so much. We forget a lot of the teachings, and it was just being reminiscent of just how much we forget to practice. It was inspiring. I found it very inspiring how much more work I have left to do. I'm sure we all do. As a token of love from the Vancouver side community, small gift. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to move on now to a 5-minute Kawali presentation. I'm sure you'll find this very entertaining. Jai Sai Ram.
निजामुद्दीन सरकार। कदम बढ़ा ले, हाथों को मिला ले, आजा खालीपन में पीका कर तेरा, तेरे बिन खाली आजा खालीपन में, तेरे बिन खाली आजा खालीपन में। रंगरेज़ा 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 आया कुन 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 आया कुन।
कहीं पे कुछ नहीं भी नहीं था, कहीं था कहीं था कहीं था कहीं था, कहीं पे कुछ नहीं भी नहीं था, कहीं था कहीं था कहीं था कहीं था।
वो जो कुछ भी समाया, वो जो कुछ भी समाया, बोला वही वही भाया। वो जो कुछ भी समाया, वो जो कुछ भी समाया, बोला वही वही भाया। कुन पाया कुन पाया कुन।
सदकल्लाहु अलियुल अज़ीम।
रंग रेज़ा रंग मेरा तन मेरा मन, प्रेम रंगाई चाहे तन चाहे मन। रंग रेज़ा रंग मेरा तन मेरा मन, प्रेम रंगाई चाहे तन चाहे मन। सजा दिया मेरे बदबर से, सजा दिया मेरी जबीना। कुन पाया 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 कुन
Please do join us for this wonderful festival. It'll be a 3-day registered. The information is on the screen. Please take a picture, and for the parents as well. And there's 3 steps: a questionnaire, a waiver, and buying your ticket as well for $250. For more information, please look at a website that is on screen. We're also happy to share there will be one of the speakers will be Aparna Murali. So she's from the United States, and she's been a very active member of the organization, served in many capacities at the center, regional, national, zonal, and with the Sri Satya Sai International Leadership Program. And she currently serves as a zonal education coordinator. So we're very grateful she'll be our speaker at the festival. For more information, please do come and see me or Paru as well, and we'd be happy to share more information. But again, lots of exciting news coming up, and please do join us and be part of it. Thank you, and Sarah.
Just the last few quick announcements. Thursday we will be having our regular bhajans. And next week, Sunday, May the 3rd, we will be celebrating Buddha Purnima, so please do make time to come out. And lastly, before I let you go, we'd like to take a group picture with Brother Murli. If anyone's, well, I want everyone to partake. So let's gather in the front and form a group, and we can all take a big group photo. Side on.